Welcome back, my outlaw friends. Look who we got here today. Let me spin this around. This land yacht is a beautiful, intact 1971 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. And what she's in here for today is, well, a good buddy of ours, Mr. War Eagle himself, Mr. Kenley Broussard, has bought this beautiful gem to do a complete restore. But before we do a complete restore and yank what's in there out, we're gonna see if we can get it fired up for him and get it to bounce around the yard a little bit. Now, Mr. Kenley is a educated customer. Let me explain that. This man brought this old car over here. God knows. Hold on. It's gonna get up. Yeah, here we go. God knows how long this old biscuit's been like this. Look at that. Yeah. This man had enough common sense to bring me this old car to fire up. No, he knew it didn't have a battery. Look what he did. He brought me a battery. He knew it didn't have gas. What he did, he brought me gas. He knew for sure it was gonna need a tune-up. What he did, brought me tune-up shit. Come on, man. You can't get no better than that. All right, so what we're gonna do, Mr. Kenley, is first things first, we're gonna put that battery on and we're gonna see if we can get some fire going to this biscuit. For sure, we're gonna pull that thermostat off. Pull that out, clean the rat shit out of it. Put a radiator hose on this baby, put some water in it maybe. Pull this old thermoquad. This is actually an aftermarket carburetor that was infamous being on Chrysler vehicles. An old thermoquad. And let me tell you something, when this thing was brand new out the box from the factory, it was still a piece of shit. It'll be the first thing we're gonna take off. All right. We're gonna be doing definitely some vice grip garage shit today. All right, guys, let's go. Now we got our battery on. We got the old classic 80s fix for a 70 problem. Tie down battery strap. Okay. It's kind of fun today because I get to use the side of the toolbox that I don't get to use too often nowadays. When I was a kid, it was exactly the opposite. The metric side of the toolbox never moved, but the standard side always got lost. And now it seems like it's reversed on me. That or I'm really old. Okay, yeah, I would say all to that. So before we try to turn this thing over, let's see about kind of all we got in it. Oh. It's not too bad. Alright. That's promising. No condensation. Nothing. And as I was cleaning up, I noticed somebody put a chrome timing chain cover on there. That's not something that we normally stand to do if we're not putting a camshaft or something in the motor. So let's see if she'll bump over. Okay. Nothing. Let's see if some of this shit starts working. Ah! Well, we know we got power. All right, let's check the lights. Oh, got a dome light. Oh, got some tail lights. Little tail light action. All right. We got nothing on the ignition, but we got lights. Okay. Well, that's a start. Let's see what this shows. Man, it gets hot. I'll be damned. Lighter works. Let's see. Oh, wow. The old fan works. That's cool. No goddamn ignition. All right, we're gonna jack it up, see if we can get under it and get an eyeball on that starter. And if not the starter, we'll figure out maybe a neutral safety switch. All right, here we go. Hang on, guys. Got her jacked up. I got my little trusted bump switch on the solenoid side of the starter. Down to the positive right here. So what we've done basically is bypass the ignition. Now we're gonna hit this and see what she does. All right, here we go. Ooh, she spins well. Starter is crying, but it sounds like it needs to be shimmed. Okay, now we're gonna give her a little bit of magic. See if she bumps over. Come on, guys. Does sound promising though. All right, I guess we'll get her spinning over, check the fire, maybe dump a little gasoline down that thermal junk, and see if we can get some fuel to it. First things first, she spins over, great. Now let's get some fire. All right, hold on, guys. Did a little spark plug check. She does have fire. All right, let's try this one more time. Oh my God, y'all see this shit flying out of there. All right, old girl, give us a little bump. Come on, give us a little bump. What? There you go. There you go. Can't ask for more. All right, let's try this again. All right, we know we got fire. We know we got a motor that bumps over. Let's get some more gasoline to that. Maybe I'll change that filter, pull the line off, get gas getting at least to that carburetor. Once we got gas going to that carburetor, then we'll yank that junk off and put us a Holly on it. All right, let's go. All right. Put us a little gas in that carburetor, and I know you guys don't care, I don't know anyway, but these little vent tubes go right down into the top of the bowl of the carburetor, front and back. So if you ever caught in a spot where you got to put some gasoline in this thing, vent tubes, fill your vent tubes up. All right, so we got a little gas in, we got a little gas in the tank. We're gonna see if she pops off and stays running for a little bit. There you go. Come on. Look at that. Wow. Well, she definitely got an exhaust leak. All right. And a donut. Man, not much smoke, really. Wow. I think this old motor got a camshaft in it. Listen to that thing, y'all. What? Try to give it a little bit of gas. I don't know if the accelerator pump's gonna work or not. What? Wow. Well, there's the smoke. Oh, check this out. All right, now we're gonna show y'all something. I think I just figured out why she got parked. All right. These old cars have a clutch fan. Okay, that's a clutch fan. Clutch fan ain't supposed to do this, freewheeling, especially not at the idle. So what happened with this whole car, clutch fan probably went out, she overheated, blew the radiator hose, which is missing, blew that shit, discussed somebody, and got parked. Probably got hot enough to crack that manifold or bust that gasket, that donut gasket on the side. I think that's probably her issue. Okay. Well, we know we can fill up that carburetor, and accelerator pumps work in it. I think now we're gonna change the fuel filter and see if we can put some transmission fluid in it and see what she's gonna do. All right, that's looking promising. Let's go. Well, it doesn't have a camshaft. That's a vacuum leak. Vacuum leak. Don't run back though. Let it idle a little bit. See if we can get it up to temp. Definitely need the tune up. Alright, I guess we should check some transmission all now. That baby got 4 to 5 pounds of oil pressure. Alright. Temperature gauge works too. That's pretty cool. Well, now we know she runs good. I think we're gonna wrap up for the day, kind of losing some daylight. And tomorrow we're gonna start off with pulling that thermostat out. Pull that thermostat out, change that, pull that nasty carburetor off, see if we can't get one of my old Hollies to work, restab the distributor, and make all this pretty. But before we do anything, you know how I like to do shit. Yeah, we gotta clean this thing. We're gonna have to put the super soaker on her and put it clean in, because can't work on nothing like that. Come on, man. Ugh. King of the road,
trailer for sailoring. Man, trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no cigarettes, but trailer for sailoring. Give, man, me, don't pay no. Trailer for sailoring. Trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no trailer for sailoring. Give, man, me, by no means. King of the road. Trailer for sailoring. Man, trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no cigarettes, but give, man, me, don't pay no. Trailer.
There you go. Like she's coming around. I'm gonna keep soaking her with a super clean. And I know there's a lot of different products out there, but I like the original. Back in the mid-90s, early 90s when that shit came out, it was a toss-up between super clean and simple clean. Simple green, yeah, that's what it was. And these guys stuck around, and I like using their stuff. Now, what I'm gonna do is everything you just saw about 3 more times. Clean it, fire it back up, and then we're gonna go ahead and swap the carburetor out. All right, here we go. Noticing some things as I'm pulling the old thermoquad off. I don't know if you guys know or not, but my 26-time great-grandpa, Sir John Harrington, invented the toilet. That's right, my direct descendant, my great times 26 grandpa, invented the working commode. And I'm pretty sure that Thermoquad stole his fucking design. There's a piece of shit toilet bowl right there if I ever seen one. All right, now we got our Holly style carburetor on. I say style because it's not exactly a Holly, it's a DFT Slayer, whatever that is. But it's definitely a Holly style, and that's what I prefer. Just so much easier on the tuning. Let's see if she'll fire up. Well, that's a holler. Now you see the difference. Jeez. All I did was pull that carb off that old nasty LS intake. Throw it on there. It has not run in probably a year, year and a half, and this. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that old dog. No smoke. Didn't even change the plugs yet. Oh, listen to it, listen to it. I'm really thinking that a vacuum leak might just be a camshaft. Does sound good. All right. Now we got that done. I think I'm going to let her cool off for a second. Pull the plugs, see what they look like, change that out, and this girl's coming. It's looking good too, running great. Here we go. Well, got all that changed out. New cap, new wire, new plugs. Got it running real good. Got it running just about well enough for me to realize that the camshaft is wiped out in the motor. I think we got a bad exhaust load. See if you guys can hear it. Let's spin this around. Listen for that pop. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but as we rev it, probably about 4,500 or so towards 5,000, it'll pop through the carburetor. What that is you have an exhaust valve that's not opening and closing enough. When it pops through the carburetor, that's an exhaust valve. When it pops through the exhaust, that's an intake valve. But it looks like this is a classic motor from the 70s and 80s. Small blocks, 350s, 305s, 305 especially had an issue with wearing out camshafts. And that's exactly how it starts. You can hear it right on the top. All new ignition, new plugs, new plug wires, new cap, new rotor. Timed, stripper looks good, timing looks good. I can't hear the exhaust tap. So what that tells me is somebody's already ran down that lifter. They probably ran it down so the lifter would stop tapping, because when the camshaft wears, it leaves a little bit of clearance between the push rod and the lifter, and you hear a little tap. Well, when people come in and do it, the first thing they tighten this up. Yeah, well, what it does is you put more pressure on the lifter that was wearing out and wearing the camshaft off. And the whole thing about the camshafts, or these old motors were line bored in two different factories. Small blocks from 70s and 80s. Got the crank done in one, the block done and the crank done in one place, and then they shipped them off to another factory and did the camshaft. And they were not always lined up. And you had a lot of valve pressure on one side or the other, and it would cause camshafts to wear out. LS has fixed all that. Thank God. But I think, so we're gonna wrap up this whole video. We've accomplished what we want to accomplish. We got it running. We got a diagnosis of what's going on with the old motor. I think it'd be a great little project to rebuild, but to do it and do it right, you probably spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and I just can't stomach that. Putting that in that. I mean, if you're gonna put that kind of money in something you want to ride and it'd be dependable, LS, swap it, man. Don't beat yourself up with this shit. I did this my whole life and it was great until it wasn't, and it's not no more. And don't try to fuel inject swap an old carburetor motor. That shit is not right. And don't put a carburetor on an LS motor. There's just something sacrilegious about that too. Neither one of them work like they should. The LS don't run like a carburetor motor, and the carburetor motor don't run like a fuel injected motor. I don't know, maybe just me. Well, I think we've got her as close as we can get her. Time to wrap that up. Wrap that whole video up. Okay, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for always tuning in. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. A lot of cool builds coming up. I got my 6.0 ready for my little white truck. So probably the next video will be us putting that in the white truck. And maybe doing some dyno testing stuff. All right. Y'all be cool. Catch y'all on the next one. Big thanks to our customer, Mr. Kinley. Appreciate you, brother. Later, y'all.